Thank you. Hi, my name is Emily Grigg, and my daughter Luna is in green class. This is Luna's second year at Little Lighthouse to be full-time. And if you spend much time around the Little Lighthouse, you'll notice a lot of talk about milestones. Probably heard that a few times in the videos before this. And if you're a parent, you spend a lot of time thinking about milestones. And in my experience, it seems that the next milestone always seems like it's really far away. Like, oh, that's years away. That's so long from now. But then all of a sudden, before you know it, your kid has accomplished that milestone, and they're looking past you. They're on the next thing without batting an eye. And that's kind of just the experience of being a parent, I think. But as a parent of a child with special needs, those milestones can look a lot different and seem further away. Sometimes you don't know if your child will ever accomplish some of those milestones that you see most parents bragging about. So some milestones even seem impossible. But when I was about halfway through my pregnancy with Luna, she was diagnosed with spina bifida. And for those of you who don't know anything about spina bifida, it's basically when the neural tube that holds your spinal cord doesn't fully develop in pregnancy. It leaves nerves exposed. It can cause a lot of different symptoms and problems, but some people with spina bifida don't even know they have it until later in their life. Some people with spina bifida can't breathe on their own. It's a very wide spectrum of issues that can come from it. So when we got the news that Luna had spina bifida, my husband and I were terrified. Terrified of what the future would hold for our sweet baby girl. What she would have to go through. Would she ever be able to walk? Would she be able to talk? Would she be able to accomplish any of those milestones that we had been dreaming of when we were getting ready to have our child? But not long after we got that diagnosis, we were told by a good friend that we needed to get on the waiting list for the Little Lighthouse. So that's what we did. They said if there's anywhere Luna needs to be, it's here. We immediately got on the waiting list and we came to take a tour. I remember very distinctly coming for that tour, walking through the hallways, going down the hall of the developmental center and just looking in the classrooms and looking at all the kids in there and just thinking, this seemed so far away. Seems so far away from where we were at that time. You know, there were kids in the classrooms talking, walking, playing with each other, being kids. And I remember wondering if Luna would ever accomplish some of those things. But as it does, time passes, and after a very complicated fetal surgery, traveling out of state to have Luna, we finally made it home with our little baby girl. And some things started to happen. We started to accomplish some of those milestones, rolling over, sitting up, crawling. We started to come to the early intervention classes, which are now known as the family learning classes. We got to meet other families with kids with special needs. We started to become part of this amazing community. We had our share of setbacks, scary moments, emergency surgeries, weekly doctor's visits, specialist after specialist after specialist. But all the time, we got to come back to the Little Lighthouse and talk about it, have the community, and feel the love and support of this place. People who had been through similar things and experiences and understood, shared our fears, and shared our hopes. Luna continued to slowly pass more milestones. Most were delayed compared to a typical child. Some, like talking, she was very ahead of the curve. And all that time, we were supported and encouraged and loved by this community. This is where Luna got to play with kids her own age for the first time and connect with adults, who are her favorite, who cheered her on for every accomplishment while helping teach us, her parents, how to navigate the complicated life we were starting to know. Last year, Luna got to come full-time as a student. This is when we started to see those milestones flying by, like billboards on the highway. When Luna first started walking, she had to use a walker. And it was a few steps at a time. And then as we started to come to class full time, she was, getting pretty good with her walker. We would, walk around Costco and she'd make it the whole lap. Then the day we started, she could walk a few steps without her walker. She might walk away from it 1 or 2 steps and then kind of tumble over. And then within a few weeks, I stopped bringing her walker to school. She didn't use it anymore. They put it in a closet every day when she got here because she was just marching around the whole classroom because that's what she saw every other kid in the class doing. And that's what really kind of shows you that not only is it just the teachers and the parents and the community, but them getting to be around other kids is such a big thing for children with special needs. She wasn't using that walker anymore because she didn't need it because she saw other kids walking without walkers and thought, oh, I can do that too. It's been nothing short of amazing to watch Luna grow and watch her learn and develop into the sassy little girl she is now, who is so loved by so many people here and around the world too, because she's never met a stranger. Luna loves coming to the Little Lighthouse. She loves everyone here. She loves the staff, she loves the therapists, she loves her teachers. But one of the coolest things I've gotten to see, especially since she's been in green class, which it's a little older than her class was last year, is I've gotten to see Luna love her friends and come home and talk about her friends and tell me what Arthur ate for lunch that day and what Chance did in the class and what Kin was doing in the gym. And that's just something that I didn't know if I was ever going to experience as a parent. And none of that would be possible without this place and the people who are here. Showing God's love to these kids. Luna would not be able to go to a typical daycare or a typical preschool because of her medical needs. So if she wasn't here, she'd be at home with her family, which we love her and we would love that, but she'd be missing out on quite a lot. Missing out on all that she loves here. And I don't know what our life would be like if it wasn't for the Little Lighthouse, but I know it's exponentially better now that we're here. When I think about those first few days after learning about Luna's spina bifida, and I think back to the fear and the uncertainty, it makes me so happy now to see where we are and how much we've accomplished, how many of those milestones we've gotten back in the rearview mirror, and there's still a lot ahead of us too. I think about how lucky we are, how privileged we are that God gave Luna to us, that we get to raise her and be her parents, that we get to see her grow and flourish. And with the help of this place and the amazing community here, thank you all so much for being here today and helping support this incredible place where the miracles and milestones are being accomplished every day. You go down the hallway and look in those classrooms, you can see kids doing things they've never done before until that day. But it's almost kind of just an everyday thing around here. But this is where those kids just get to be kids. And that's probably one of my favorite parts, is just getting to be a kid, not thinking about what their diagnosis is, when's their next doctor's appointment, am I going to have surgery later this year. They're just in here being kids, having fun, playing with their friends, loving their teachers, and that there's something that I didn't know we would ever have, any of this. So we're beyond blessed to witness what God's doing through this place and this community. Thank you all so much.